everyone. It is Self Care Sunday, Self Care Edition. How are you tonight? What are you and you, but especially you? Yes, you. What are you grateful for tonight? I am grateful to be back here live tonight. It has been too long here. It has been way too long. It is good to be off the road. It is good to be back with you. Tell me what's going on in your world tonight. I am happy to be here on this Sunday, the day of August already. Can you believe that? I'm saying August? August, people. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying August already. It is great to be here with you. It is nice to be off the road. We have been everywhere: DC, Michigan, places in between. It feels like I don't even know all the places in the world we have been. Hey, Gary, how are you? Yay! April's got power back and air conditioning. Yay! I am so happy for you, April. And she's got a great deal on firewood if you need firewood. I am so happy to hear that. I am so happy to hear that. That is fabulous news. Fabulous news tonight. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. Anytime to Facebook, hop on over here to YouTube. I am there. Yeah, I mean, the storm that hit you, April, just crazy. That tree and all the damage, but at least you guys are all safe. That's all that matters. And although I did have people ask April if the cat dioramas are safe. The cat cottages and all the things for the new kitties are safe. Hey, Angie. When Angie and April pop on the same time, it's usually a gang up going to happen here. But I digress. I digress. I hope everything is fine. But starting to get back to normal, April, and that's what's important. That is what is important. A little bit of normalcy in your life. But when storms strike, the important thing is that you are safe, and everything else can be replaced. Everything else can be replaced. Let's get started tonight because I feel like I've got a million things to talk about. So let's get started with our year of positive thinking. We are on August 4th. If I can find it, I got to flip all these pages here. A beautiful life isn't a perfect one. The most beautiful life is the one you choose for yourself. Decide how you want to spend your time and then do that. Even when your life doesn't go according to plan, know that you've chosen a life that suits you. And remember that a beautiful life isn't necessarily a perfect one. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So July is in the book. I hope it was a great one. I hope July was great. It was a weird the way the fourth fell and everything. So I know some people got off just a slow start, but most had a decent July. And again, it's really how the quarter works out. Especially it's been hotter in some areas. Some areas have had more storms. So that's why I never worry too much about any one day, any one week, or any one month. But it is good to know where you are at and where your inventory is at. So I want you to reflect on July. I definitely want you to look backwards. I definitely want you to take a look at that and see whether July measured up for you or if it didn't. And if it didn't, why? And again, I'm looking at July versus July, not July versus June, or not July versus what you thought was last July. Look it up. Do the homework, people. Look it up. Let's just make sure we're comparing apples to apples. Uh, you know, that is what's so important. That is what is so important is that we are doing that and comparing those things. and not comparing apples and oranges. So, July or June is apples to oranges. But we're 7 months done with this year, so we got to keep on pressing forward. We got to keep on pressing forward with everything, and we're already 4 days into August. Um, what I wanted to talk to you, I have several things I want to talk to you about tonight, but one of them right up at the top is back to school. And I know I've already talked about back to school some already because I've talked to you about moving it sooner and sooner, regardless. I know some areas are going back to school this week. I know other areas of the country aren't going back to Labor Day, and then everywhere in between. So we're in that push right now of August to early September, which is prime back to school spending season. But it doesn't just mean kids, okay? It means home decor where they're buying desks and things for their kids to work at, or even a new kitchen table so that the family can have dinner together and a place to gather and do homework and things. But even women start shopping because this is a big time of year where women go back into the workforce, where they've taken a summer break. Maybe they quit a job they didn't like at the beginning of the summer when the kids were out and are returning to work. But nonetheless, it historically has always been a big time of where women return to the workforce. So if you have a women's store, that is prime time for new fashion, especially since days in the office are up. No matter what you think about remote work and everything else, yes, there's some aspect of remote for people, which is sometimes hard to grasp for a retailer where so much happens in person. But there's days where they need to get dressed, okay, where they need to look at more from than just the waist up or the headshot. Um, so there are those moments where so people are looking for outfits. Plus, it makes you feel good as we transition into fall. So there is opportunity there for you. But the one thing with this back to school season that really should be on everyone's radar, and Target is trying to own it. Of all companies, Target's trying to own it. Okay, is personalization. Personalization. Okay, Target has installed in their stores what they're calling personalization stations for back to school. Patches, stickers, things that they can take and make those backpacks, their purses, their water bottles, their own. Okay, their lunchbox, everything their own. So patches, stickers, anything like that. Where you can take that same pink shirt. Let's say pink shirts, even though I'm not in a pink one tonight. Okay, and make it your own. So personalization is really being really big this year. So you want to keep an eye out there for that, and where there's opportunities in your store for you to create that personalized environment. A lot of you already do stickers or having a set of stickers, free for $1 or free for a couple of dollars, depending on where you're at. And pins are big too. Yes, absolutely. I remember when I went to my pin phase. I think I was in college in my pin phase. But absolutely, pins, stickers, patches, anything that allows for a level of personalization, it is really a big deal right now. And so, that extends beyond back to school. So those types of items, even though Target's making a big deal of it with back to school, extend beyond school. People want to express themselves, okay, and express their individuality. They don't want just the same pink shirt. If everybody just wore a pink shirt, life would be boring. Okay, that's why you have to add pins and other accoutrements. There's a fancy word. So that you can do to add a little bling. Back in the day, what they call it, bedazzling it. You used to bedazzle all your stuff. Okay, and to trick it out. I'll give a young person's term. Trick it out. Okay, maybe that's not a young person's term. That makes me sound old. But that idea where you identify it with that person. So be thinking about that. Okay, and be thinking about what you can do with that and how you can do it. So, because it is a great time to be thinking that because people are doing it. So they want that. Someone asked you for a bedazzler today. I love that. Lou and I can be kindred spirits. Lou and I can be kindred spirits here. I love it. I don't know that I'd be allowed to use a bedazzler any more than I'd be allowed to go help Asa with a chainsaw. But I truly I love that. Maybe you could bedazzle a new collar for Wicket. Um, it'll be great. I I love that. I love that. Um, the next thing I wanted to talk about. So keep that in mind, and it extends beyond the school. I started back to school. I'll talk about it tonight, but it really goes so far beyond that you have to think about how you can apply that elsewhere. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about again, and I've talked about this topic before, but it bears repeating because I've had in the last week alone multiple businesses, multiple different business types, and everything else contacting me about it. And that is social media. Okay, social media, you do not own your social media page. On a good day, you are renting your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your TikTok page, and that can be gone in an instant. It can be gone because the sky is blue, the grass is green, because it rained outside. Whatever the reason, it can be gone like that, faster than that. Okay, and it is heart wrenching when it is gone. It is, you feel violated, it feels stolen from you, it feels sickening. Okay, so many of you have built your businesses and built your connection with your customers on social media, and I love that. Okay, I love that you're able to build those connections with your customers. That is awesome. But you have to be beyond social media. Okay, you have to be beyond social media. There has to be more to you than your presence on social media. And that's where email and texting services come in. Okay, it is really important to have people's email address, people's physical address, people's texting, if you use a texting service, okay, or having the ability to use a texting service. Having these ways to connect with your customers and actually using them. Okay, if you have them, you should use them. At the very minimum, you should be sending at least one email a week. And I could talk forever. Actually, Anthony could go on about how often you should be sending it. I want to tell you, stop selling out of your own pocket. You have to be sending at least one customer facing email a week. And I know there's been some issues with the latest constant contact update, and I'm not going to dwell on it, but your emails are a connection point. Your emails are about a story. They don't have to be linked to every product on your website, which is my understanding of the new issue with constant contact. Okay. They need to be a connection point. They need to tell a story of what's happening in your store this week, right now, much like you get on and do that in social media. But your email list, oh, okay. You don't like constant contact, you can switch to mail. You don't like Delta, you can switch to Klaviyo. You don't like Klaviyo, you can switch to Joe's email service. Whatever. Okay. You are not beholden to a provider. Okay. Your provider does not own the list. You own the list. Okay. And the same with mailing addresses. I can't tell you enough. Having actual physical mailing addresses is really a great way to connect. Okay. They love to get tangible things in the mail. I'm not saying you have to be mailing every week or every month, but periodically sending something really is a great connection point. These connection points are so vital to your business. You need to be more than one place. In the older days, you used to be in the newspaper, you used to be sometimes in a local magazine, it'd be on maybe the radio or TV, it'd be in the yellow pages. Okay, I just listed off at least four different things there. Okay, that you did. Okay, uh, and you want people to connect, still connecting with people in multiple ways, and that's the point of this. It can go away by accident. It can go away because AI thought you did something. Okay, and the getting back your list and getting back your page can be difficult at best. Difficult at best is what I would say. And I've been contacted by, so had that. We've had where just in the last week, people have lost their page, either Facebook or Instagram or both. We've had where the bots didn't work for their live show and crashed everything, and they couldn't connect with their customers, and they had days without any live sales. Okay, it happens. Okay, you have to have a backup. You have to have a backup for the backup. You have to have another way to reach your customers. Your customers will shop with you if they know you're there. If you can say, "Hey, it's me. I'm here. I'm here." Okay, but you can't always contact all those on any one source to make that connection. So be a connecting point with multiple points of connection. As April mentioned, you can download your Facebook, Instagram list in case you lose your account. And I think we have information on that in the program. If not, I bet you will. We'll do a quick in there. There are ways to do this, but you also have to back that up periodically because that changes every day. Okay, and it is. See, April's got it, and it's in the program. For those of you that are NLR members, and April's got your back. But those lists are ongoing, constantly changing. Okay, and that's why having in multiple places, having these systems is so incredibly important because most of you, many of you, would cry really hard and really upset, okay, if your page went away. And that's why we remind you of that. You are more than your Facebook page, more than your Instagram page, more than your TikTok page. You are more than that. You are more than that. Um, so be thinking about that and thinking about how you're going to do that. And don't you say, yeah, that's not going to happen to me. I hate those phone calls. It drives me nuts when I get the phone call that, oh my God, Neil, what do I do? What do I do? So you had to do beforehand. So this is an ounce of prevention. You'll thank me later. An ounce of prevention. But actually use that email list. Use that texting list. Use that snail mail list so that you are communicating with them beyond today, beyond right now. That is what is so important. And lastly, tonight I wanted to touch base on the Olympics. Because the Olympics are going on. Many of you are watching parts of it, sports that you like or particular athletes. And there are so many parallels that I can draw between the Olympics and business. I mean, it is endless, the parallels that I can draw. But just for a minute, I just want to draw a and get your mind thinking about these athletes and the obstacles they have overcome. The obstacles they have overcome to grow as athletes, as professional athletes, and compete at the Olympic Games and win medals or even just fall short. But what they have done to compete at that level, the obstacles they've overcome, mental health, um, age, um, income, okay, homeless, all these different things that have affected them, okay, that they have come through and survived. represent their country, but really, even more represent all the hard work that they have put forward. Okay, you do that every day in your community. Overcome obstacles, overcome that um, stand in your way, and you will continue to do that. You are running the Olympics of business. The Olympics of business, I tell you, you are. And you got this, okay? You are working hard to be there. You are showing up every day. You are training. You are training. You are running a business marathon, okay? And that is, you are constantly overcoming obstacles. So you are in your Olympics, and are very much relative to things that an Olympic athlete has to do and constantly. You hear about how early they get to the training centers and how late they stay practicing. That's you on your business. Okay? You hear their frustrations and the things. The number of times they had to do the same thing over and over and over again. So they got it right. That's you in your business. Okay? Missing out on family things, missing out on different things you wanted to do so that you could be better, so that you could go for the gold. That is you. Winning for you, winning for your community, winning for your family. That is you. That is the Olympics you are running, people. Don't ever forget it. You know what else you shouldn't forget? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this show. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ring it so you know when the other one drops. You can also share it with everybody. You know, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Yeah, I met last week. I talked to a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker all in the same day or 2 days. It's really kind of funny. So we can help everybody run a better business. I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday, morning to this. I'm not traveling for several weeks, I don't think, right now. So I should be on most of the time in the next month. It's pretty exciting. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. I'll be texting on emails and things this week. So excited to be able to do that. We start the program every night with our year of positive thinking. Positive, people. I read you before. Let me go backwards. The 3rd of August. Always choose happiness every single day, every single moment. You are given the opportunity to choose happiness over despair. Choose happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Adams, and I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. A Make It Happen Power Workshop. Have you reserved your seat yet? October 6th, 7th, and 8th in Orlando, Florida. Make sure you get reserved. But until then, and until Wednesday at 4/8, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone. Robert